Okay, good morning everyone. Welcome to the busienss live show. We are the manufacturer of the waste solar panels with lithium battery recycling machine. If you're interested in this business, you can contact with us. We will share you the technique and the process and how to have this kind of business today. We will have some information for you. If you are interested in this kind of business, welcome to contact with us. Well, just as a development of the technology, this kind of electronic products and the electronic waste are becoming more and more popular in our daily lives and more waste. So the first we will show you some information about the lithium batteries. And also we will have some just sharing about the solar panels and how to recycle the PCB board or other kinds of e-waste. Well, just like the lithium battery is become an important part in our life. So just as the service life of the lithium battery have gradually ending, a large number of the waste faced a problem to be proposal. So if not, we just have this process, the waste lithium battery will have a great harm to the environment and human health. So this disposal of the waste lithium battery is very necessary. And our equipment is to recycle the value things like the metal and other black powder from the lithium battery. So we can have a recycle the source, reuse of this source, and just prevent the pollution and get the profit. This is what our business for and what our equipment work for. So just like the significance is not only the environmental protection, like the waste lithium battery will contain some harmful substance, like the heavy metals, the organic solvent, or anything else. So just if we discard, it will have a big harmful, then we can recycle it. And there are some value metals from it. The waste lithium battery will have the the metals like the gold, the copper, the nickel, the lithium, or other kinds of metals that we can recycle, reuse it. So today we'll show you what kind of raw materials we can use and what products we can get. And then there's the technical process. We will show you how to recycle them by our machine. If you are interested in this kind of business, or you can leave your questions, leave your contact numbers to us, then our sales manager can contact with you immediately to share more information for you, give you more data or more just like the certificate or the parameters technical from your just requirements. So just in the common place, we also have our WhatsApp and our email. You can just contact with us directly, and then we can have more information to share you. Also the quotation, if you want to know, you can just contact with us. So the first is the just applicable raw materials. You can see here. There's all kinds of the raw materials, different kinds of lithium batteries we can use our machine to recycle, like the power lithium battery, the hard shell, mobile, plastic shell, soft lithium battery, or the aluminium shell lithium battery. So, and then just there are different raw materials from the negative and positive lithium battery, and we also can select, like we can select the gold, the aluminium from the negative or the positive material, and we can recycle the copper from the negative. And then this is the final products. We can get the copper, aluminium, the black powder. There's two kinds of black powder from the the lithium battery. Well, we also have the other components like the diaphragm, the plastic, and the electrolyte composition in the lithium battery. Just the positive material will occupy 40%, and the negative material is 5% nearly. And then we also have the electrolyte for 16%, and the diaphragm is 21%. This is the components of the raw materials. And just like the market, the selling area, we can just sold it, or we can first extract the gold or purify it. Then the final things, the copper and aluminium, we can just put into the copper electrolytic plant or the aluminium plant to recycle it. And others like the black powder, we can all just sell it directly to get the profit. This is the working process. Can you see it clearly? Here is the working process, and the first is from here, the scrap lithium battery. Then we have the first pre-process. We need to put the lithium battery into the concentration of 8% to 15% the sodium chloride solutions to soak it for 48 hours nearly, so that the positive and the negative terminals of the battery will be short circuited. Then the lithium battery will be discharged completely, don't have some safety problems. This is the first step. Then we will put it into the shredders. The first shredders, it is a process step, double shaft shredder. Well, this is by using the belt conveyor, it will transport the scrap lithium battery to here, and from this processing, it will get around 3 to 5 centimeter. This is the particles, the lithium battery particles. Then this is a combination system. Well, if your capacity is not very large, or maybe less than 500 kilogram per hour, just a small capacity, then we don't need to use this combination system. But if you have a large capacity, 1 ton, 2 ton per hour, then this is very necessary. We can evaporate the electrolyte inside the lithium battery. This is the combination furnace. It will use the electric heating or the gas heating. Well, the heating temperature in the furnace is 100 to 450 degrees. So the electrolyte in the battery will be completely evaporated, and then it will have a later treatment. Don't have the harmness of the environment and human body. So here is the first combination. So because this will heat the raw material, so it's necessary. It's just we will have some smoke to release, and then we need this purification system, or we call dust and gas cleaning system here. And we will use the spraying machine system, and the activate carbon system, and the UV photooxygen system to collect the dust and other just bad smoke inside the gas we release, because different regions will have different standards of your released things, and we have different program for you to give you the support. Can reach to different policy standards, and we can use it in different regions. You can type your region, you can type your programs places, and our sales manager can give you analysis about this, give you some information about your policies, your certificate, and some profits, some subsidies of this program. Okay, and by using this 3 or other kinds of programs purification system, there is no dust during this production. And just to define this last products, we don't have to use this, only this combination system, because the other program we all use the physical production. So we only need to use a dust collection system by using the cyclone dust collector or the pulse dust collector to collect the dust. So there is no smoke, no gas, or no water pollution or the chemical pollution during this production. So here, these 3 steps are all the pre-processed system, and then we will have the separation system. And the first is the first crusher, hammer crusher. Well, we're using the hammer blade crusher. Well, it's a kind of impact crusher by the high-speed rotation of the hammer blade in the crushing chamber, so as to make the raw materials to be crushed to less than 10 millimeter, just 1 centimeter. This is the smaller particles we can get. And then, by the way, the hammer blade crusher, the blades, and the screw inside are separate, are spare parts. So it needs to be changed according to the running time. And our engineer will teach your workers have this kind of training for you to help you to know that how to prolong the service life of our machine, because some spare parts we need to change for if you just run in a good way, maybe 1 month or 2 months we need to change. This is some spare parts, some information. And then this is the first step is a rotary screen. The first rotary screen, we will collect 60% of the black powder here. From here, the first rotary screen and the second rotary screen and the ID vibrating screen, we will collect the rubber powder from these 3 steps. And from the first one, we can collect 60% of the black powder. Well, the rotary screen will do the first separation, and it will by rotating and by vibrate to collect the raw materials. And then we have the optional device is a magnetic separator. Well, by using this machine, we will separate the iron from the raw material, because it's much more cheaper than other metals, much more cheaper than the copper and the aluminium. So we will first separate it. It will lower the prices if we mix it with other raw material, and the iron from it will have a damage of the blade inside our device, our separation device, and the crushing device. So this is why we have this magnetic separator. And then we will come to the liner vibrating screen. Well, this screen uses the vibration for screening and controls different products through the multi-layer screen mesh, which are discharged from the respective outlets. Well, the 2 layers of the screen mesh, the first one is 2 millimeter and the second one is 100 mesh. We're using the stainless steel wire materials mesh. Well, the first layer of the screen will separate the diaphragm from the raw materials. And the second layer is a copper, aluminium, and the black powder. The black bottom layer is a black powder. So here, nearly 98% of the diaphragm will recover. This is the step that we will recover the diaphragm. And then is the second crusher. Here the second crusher, we will collect. We will have the second crush. Will crush the raw materials to 6 millimeters lower than here. Then is a secondary also to collect the black powder. by using the vibrate and the air transportation system through the 120 mesh screen surface rolling rotary screen, the qualified material will be discharged. So this is the second step to collect the black powder. Then is a grinder. Here is a grinder. Well, the grinder will grind the raw material as the particles shape. So here we will have the main products is the copper and the aluminium. Then by using the next step, ID vibrating screen, just all the black powder will be collected. Here is by using a high precision screen machine with low noise, high efficiency, and whole steel structure. So the applicable, the sieves, granular, the product materials. Well, this will collect the black powder. And then the last raw materials is the metals, the copper and the aluminium. So we will use the air separator because the two kinds are all metals. So we can't use the electrostatic separator. We can use the air separator. We'll sort the material by the air flow and vibration friction on the raw materials. So the larger copper particles will stable to the bottom, and the smaller aluminium particles are suspended on the surface of the material layer by the action of the airflow. So in this link, the recovery rate of the copper and the aluminium is about 98%. Here is the whole process, the technical process of the lithium battery. If you have any questions, you can leave in the comment place. Or if you are interested in this program, you can contact with us and know more information, more quotation, and more other data, more technical data, technical preliminaries from the sales manager. And we also have our engineer. We are the Chinese company in Henan province, China. So you can also come to our company and come to our factory and know more information about this. We have a mature engineering team, sales manager team, and after sales team. Here are some information or the word to have a brief introduction about a different step. You can have a screenshot. Here's the brief information. For example, the first, the discharge system, it will put the scrap batteries in the solutions for 48 hours and to let the battery discharge completely. And then is the shredder. The first shredder will break the particles to the batteries to small particles. And the carbonization system is an optional device will by heating to 100 and to 550 degrees by the gas and electrostatic to make the liquid volatilize. And then this is the second the step. Then we will get the copper, aluminium, and the black powder from the waste, the scrap lithium battery. This is the equipment feature. Here the first, if you can't see it clearly, the first it shows it adopts the advanced technology of crushing and separation system. After crush separately, then the copper, aluminium, and powder of the positive and negative plate will be separated in a separation system with a high purity output. Like here is the data, the standards. The recovery of metals is 98, and also the recovery of the the powder and the diaphragm is also 98, then the content of the materials in the powder, metals in the powder, it can be lower than 1%. Here is the equipment layout. We will serviced by our engineer. Like here, from the very beginning is the crusher. It's much more clearly here now. Like the by using the conveyor belt, we will first put it into the shredder, and then we will put into the heating system to evaporate the electrolyte. Then we will go to the hammer crusher to get the particles, then the rotary screen, the magnetic separator, and also the here is a conveyor screen and the shredder. Here is also a rotary screen, a second rotary. And then this is also a gravity separator. We will go here, and then this is also separator. Then we will come to the post-dust collector. It will contact with several devices to collect the dust. We will have the different step. We will have this glass collector, and then here is the spraying tower and other like the active carbonization system to collect the dust in the carbonization system. Here is also the post-dust collector, spraying tower, and then this is RTO. Here is a 3D layout, much more clear about this. Or we can see this. The first pre-process, we need to have to discharge the lithium, the energy. Then we'll by using this double shaft shredder, the carbonization furnace, and the hammer crusher, rotary screen, magnetic separator, and the wind separator, and then the several crushing step. Then here is the air separator to separate the materials from this. Here is some information, some brief introduction about the lithium battery. If you have this kind of raw materials, you can also just serve some raw materials for us. We can have an experiment to give you the information about the products and separation rate and other informations. There are the free service for you, can give you an analysis about this business. If is it profitable to have this production according to your materials. Here is some information of the different device. Here are some spare part list. Just not only the hammer crush screen, other kind of device, we also have the spare part, and it shows the change period. Here are based on the normal operation condition. Just for the reference, you can have a look about this. The spare parts from the crusher, grinder, and the post-dust collector, and the rotary screen. Most of it is the screen. We need to change it maybe every 3 months. And like this, the filter bag, we don't need to change it very frequently. Just half of the year we change for one bag. because we will have the weighing cleaner to clean the bags very frequently. So we don't need to pull out it and to clean it or wash it. Just by using the automatically weighing cleaning system, we can clean the bags. Here are some remarks. Well, the prices about the quotation, because there are different certificates, so we can't give you a brief quotation. We can send you about the price list for you privately if you want. We can send you if you can say hi to us privately, and then our sales manager will contact you and give you this quotation and other information if you want. This is the prices. The smallest one we can have of this business is 100 kilogram per hour, and the biggest one we can have 210 per hours, the whole line. Or if you want a larger one or a smaller one, we can all give you this design for you. Okay, and this is the payment term. Give you some brief introduction. We can have 60% of the deposit paid before starting machine production, and 70% balance paid after machine finished production, and the customers inspect for delivery. The delivery time is 45 to 60 days, maybe 2 months. You can have your equipment. And the installation, commission, and operation team is our technical engineer will be arranged to the customer's sites for the guiding the installation, commission, and operation training. Customers should pay this salary for our engineer, and the warranty is 1 year to except the wear parts and the man-made damage. We can have guaranteed about 1 year's warranty. Here is some layouts, some photo of our client's factory, our client's equipment. And here shows us some information about the lithium battery. And then we will give you some introduction about the solar panels and the lithium battery and the PCB board. If you are interested in this kind of, you can just type your requirements to us, then we can give you some introduction about this. Like here, this is a lithium battery. This is a technical process. Well, some devices similar with the lithium battery. We all use the separator and the crashing device, shredding device. Just the technique and the products is kind of different. You can hear the different kinds of the PCB board, like the TV board, computer motherboard, air conditioner board, or some mobile boards, printed circuit board. Just like this, we can all use this recycling machine to recycle. And the large capacity, also the smallest one, 100 kilogram per hour, the biggest one, 210 per hour, can reach to your requirements. Or if you want a larger one, our engineer can design for you. Okay, and let's show about this process. So here are the products we can get. Let's talk about this first. Well, the raw materials, the prices of the raw materials, the selling circuit boards mainly depends on the board contains what technical components and metal contained. For example, the most expensive one, the components board of the computer boards will much more expensive. If the chips is not removed from the board, then the worth may be more than 30,000 one time. And if you remove the chips, so it's much more cheaper, maybe more than 10,000 per town. This is the prices of the waste circuit board, the waste computer board, and just like the other mixed plate, maybe $3 or $2 is a pound. It will contain very smaller particles. It's much more cheaper. Well, it depends on your raw materials and what kind of main products is in this raw materials. For example, the first materials we can get is the metals. This is a mixed metals. So the selling prices is required to test of the contents of the raw materials, and like how much value materials it is inside. Well, the metals contents in 1 ton of the computer board is maybe 300 to 500 grams of the gold. This is precious value metals, and 130 kilogram of the copper, 10 kilogram of the iron, 60 kilogram of the lead, and then 40 kilogram of the tin, 36 of the nickel, and other kind of precious metals. This is the products we can get from the computer board. This is the mixed metals. So the using way, we can just sell it directly, or we can have the extract of the gold. Well, we can sell the purified it, and the copper, as a copper, we can just purify it and to sold it to the copper extraction plant or other places. So there are mixed metal collectors in the market. They are also be sold directly to the purification plant. Here is the mixed metals. And the resin fiber, you can use that the building bricks, the ground painting, or the wood plastic products. Also can use at other outside branch, the fat plastic wood. This is the using ways. And for the selling prices, well, the resin fiber generally need to be ground to 80 mesh or more mesh. It has the cells. If you grind it to 80 mesh, it will basically be sold to this is the RMB. Just to introduce the reference about the RMB, 800 to 900 yuan of the 1 ton. If you grind it to 300 mesh, it will basically be sold to 1,060 to 1,080 RMB per ton. This is the prices. Just if we grind to 60 mesh, then we can make the resin fiber to the building bricks felder. And if we grind to 120 mesh, it will make the floor paint. Grind to 60 mesh, you can make the heating insulation materials or the fireproofing materials and so on. This is the working areas, the using areas we can have. And how to recycle it? Well, we can recycle this kind of PCB board, computer board, from the scrap station, the home application, the places, or the recycling company, or other kind of place. Well, it's very convenient to recycle this kind of e-waste. And this is a production. Well, we all use the physical production, the physical crash. So there is no dust pollution and no other water pollution, chemical pollution from the whole processing. You can see here, if you get a board, they maybe have some components from just on the surface of the board. So if you want to destroy the data of this board, then we don't need the dismantling machine. But if you want to collect the materials, collect the metals from the board, then we can have the first dismantling machine to separate the components from the bare board. This is the first one. And the dismantling machine, we will use the electric heating or the gas heating. So the thin soldering on the PCB board will be melted. Then by using the evaporate and the rolling of the roller, the PCB board will be collided with each other. So the electronic components will be fall off. This is the first process. And then we will use the shredding to shred it, to crush it to 3 to 5 centimeters. And this is a first hammerhead crushing. It will have get the material of 8 to 1 millimeter, just nearly 1 centimeter. Then between these two hammer crushing, we will have also a optional device, a magnetic separator to separate the iron. Then the material will come to the second crusher to crush the materials to 2 to 3 millimeter. Then this is the evaporating screen. Will control the sizes of 20 mesh. There is a screen inside, also a spare part. Above the screen, the bigger parts will go back to the crusher to be break again. So, and below the screen, the smaller particles will get to the next separation. Then this is to air separation and the electrostatic separation. That's two separator using different technique, or can separate the metals and the resin fibers. By using the air separation, 97% of the will be separated, and by using the electrostatic separator, the separation rate can reach to 99%. If your capacity is a smaller one, then we can only use electrostatic separator. If you have a bigger one, bigger capacity, then we can have two lines. One line is the air separator, until the second line is the electrostatic. And between the several devices, we will have a dust removal system to purify the gas. And we will have also a cyclone dust collector collecting the bigger dust, while the post dust collector mainly captures the smaller dust. So this is a high absorption filter bag inside, and the filter bag can use every half of year. So they also have an air compressor, which can remove the dust in the bag automatically. So you don't need to clean the bag very frequently. With using the cyclone dust and the post dust, the collection rate can reach to 99.5%. So you don't need to worry about the dust about this production. And this is a profit analysis. Well, you can just reference about this. Well, the input, the first one is the waste PCB board, and we also have the power consumption and the worker. Well, the whole line, we all can use the PLC system, so it's much more labor saving and much more automatically. Only 2 workers is needed in this whole line. The output we can get is the metals and the resin fiber. The prices, because the market is randomly and it's different between different places, so you can have a reference. This data is divided by our Chinese customer. We are in Chinese, so maybe in Africa there may be a bigger market. So you can have a reference about this, and just abroad, there are more than 120 countries have our customers. So if you are interested in this business, you can also contact with us, and our sales manager can give you introduce about our clients' solutions and our clients' profit about this analysis. You can, if you want this information, you can contact with us, and you can also come to our own factory, our production factory, or come to our client's factory to visit. No more process data, more information about the equipment. Here the capacity, smaller 100 to 200 kilogram, and the largest we also have 1 ton per hour. So here is some information about the lithium battery and the PCB board. Then we can give you some other information about the solar panels. Here is the third machine that we can have is a solar panel. Well, as we all know, these solar panels may have some waste these days, and more waste are very we need to disposal and we need to remove, but we just throw it randomly, may cause some waste, and we can collect the copper, aluminium, glass, plastic, or other values materials inside. So this is have a big value to be recycled, and that's why we have produced this technology of this solar panels recycling machine. And welcome to our live show. We are the Doing Group, and thank you for your likes. We can, if you want to know more information about this e-waste recycling machine, you can have a wait. We have different machines to recycle different waste, mainly the e-waste and solid waste, like the solar panels recycling machine and the lithium battery recycling machine, the PCB board recycling, and the carbonization furnace machine, and other machine we can recycle. So just this very high topic to recycle the raw material, the e-waste. So as we all know, the solar panels is very popular these days, especially in European countries, American countries. So when the solar panels become waste, it have a big value to recycle it. And there are the copper, silicon, aluminium, glass, and other materials from it, like the plastic. So we can recycle it. And here are some different raw materials, just all kinds of the solar panels we can recycle by using our machine. So don't need to worry about the sizes and the capacity. Here is the products we can get: the copper, aluminium, glass, plastic, and the silicon. Except the aluminium. Aluminium is a frame state, and others is all the particles and the post dust. This is the structure. 3D layout. It shows is the 15 ton per hour's capacity. It's very popular to our client, just between our clients, to have the 15 ton and the 1 ton collector. But if you want a smaller one or a bigger one, you can all contact with us. We can give you a professional proposal later according to the requirements. And the left side here is the aluminium frame dismantle machine, and this one is the glass removal machine. Well, the line for the solar panels crushing and the separating machine is this step. So from the whole process, we can know that just it's very similar with the solar panels, with the lithium battery and the PCB board, except we need to the frame, aluminium frame, and the glass removal system. So let's have an introduce about this. The first one is the aluminium frame removal system, and this we can get the aluminium frame outside. Then we can get the bare board, but inside of just the surface, we will get we will have the glass inside. So we will need this glass removal system. Then we can get the glass particles. This is the first one, the glass particles. You can have a comparison about different machine. Some of this machine, the products is the glass powder, where the glass powder is much more cheaper than the glass particles. If we sold, it will have an influence about the prices. So you can get this. It is also automatic machine. We can feed and get the outlets automatically. And then the first one we will get conveyed to the shredder by using the belt conveyor. And the shredder is also the double-shaped shredder. We will get the smaller particles, 3 to 5 centimeters. And then by using the crusher, grinder, and vibrating screen, we can now get the copper and the plastic. Then also using the gravity separation, or we can call air separation, and the electrostatic separation. We can separate the copper and the plastic by using this too. Then also the pole dust, don't worry, because we have the post dust collector and the cyclone dust collector to collect it. Here are some advantages of our machine. And the first one, a high separation rate. It can reach to 98 to 99% of the final products. And the machine is no pollution machine, so don't need to worry about this license of the environmental things. And the third advantage is the machine is wide application, and last one is high working efficiency, because as we all know, the beginning of the recycling of the solar panels, some people may totally use the labor to separate the products in the solar panels. But if we use this, there much more time. It may cost much of the labor's prices, especially in the European countries. So by using the automatic technology, labor saving and much more time saving have a high efficiency of this. It's much more suitable proposal at this time. This is a working process, a more clear one. I can show the picture of the device. So some of our clients in our live show, or our clients will ask how to collect it, where to collect it. And normally it will provide some particles. It's very easy to buy in the market, like the waste collection station or other plant. But if you want a bigger quality collection and start this business, you can connect with some solar panels company to get the scrap materials of these solar panels. Maybe have this waste much more cheaper than other just the particles, the collection system. And this is the whole device of 500 kilogram per hour. It will occupy 100 square meters of the whole line. You can have a comparison. And the more specific details, you can also contact with our engineer to give you the layout. Well, the machine layout can adjust according to your line and in your instruction. So later, when you place the order, you can send our engineer about your factory or your line layout. So we can design this machine layout according to your condition of your plant. This is some information. Welcome to contact with us, and our live show will have an end in several minutes. So just more information you want to know, you can add our WhatsApp or add our WeChat or send us your email to us. Here are some introduce about the glass removal machine. You can see here we can get the glass particles, not the glass mass. And here are some separation line of our clients. Well, more than 120 countries have our customers, so it's very convenient to come to our client's factory just nearby your country in your regions to have a visit. Here are some details. A shredder, there are some information about the raw materials, H13 alloy and the 6,5 magnesis alloy, and the grinder, air separator, separation rate is 99%, and the high dust collector rate of 95%. Here are some certificates. Well, some of our clients may ask us very frequently about this. If you have any certificate, can you send me? Or if you have some license in European Union or other countries, here are some information. And there are some feedback. The company profile. Here is a photo of our factory. It's in Jiaozuo City, Henan Province, a factory that more than 40,000 square meters. You can come here and visit more details. This is the name of our company, the Henan. Henan is a province name. Doing is our company's name. Environmental Protection Technology is a subsidiary of the Henan Holdings. It is a comprehensive environmental protection machinery manufacturing company, integrating consulting, manufacturing, installation, and after-sale service. So now we have an experienced team of the professional manufacturing and after-sales. Our products can service for you is the waste metals, waste plastic, electronic waste separation, and recycling equipment, like the waste PCB board, waste solar panels, and waste aluminium plastic, the and other lithium battery. Here are other products, and this is a project cases from all over the world. So you're welcome to contact with us and know more information. Here are our service. A pre-sale service, you can visit our workshop and our client's workshop to know more information, and we can give you the one-to-one device configuration scheme. Then a plan about the placement site we also give by our engineer. And the on-sale service, you can check the production of our machine very frequently and communicate with the equipment manufacturing process. After sale, we have 1-year warranty, and our engineer will give you the guide, equipment installation, and debugging. Also, they will give you the training technology training for your workers. This is a 3-step service for you. And here are some honor we get. So this is here's information about this live show. And if you want to have this production, welcome to contact with us. And thank you for your watching today. I'm not sure is there anybody in my live show. If you're here, thank you for your watching today. And today we show you some information about the e-waste, solar panels, lithium battery, and the PCB board. How profitable is the e-waste recycling business, and what products we can get, how to have this process and technology process we have this kind of sharing for you. So if you're interested, welcome to contact with us. You can contact with our WhatsApp, email, or the WeChat or telephone. And just we are waiting. Our sales manager are waiting to give you this service for you. And we are the Henan doing rope in China, a Chinese manufacturer. So thank you.